Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we are going to do an unboxing. First, I want to introduce ourselves just for the people that haven't been around our channel for a while. So I'm the editor slash multimedia production manager. So I edit and do graphics for all our boxes and stuff like that. And
I'm Robert, store general manager. I'm the one ordering these fish so you can enjoy these unboxing videos, run the shop over there, help out a little bit in the warehouse. I'm Corey's like utility knife guy. You got
I think we all are.
You all are. I do whatever needs to get done.
Yeah. So yeah, you are the manager for the actual retail side store. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, and I do the schedules and payroll. So.
Do you have anything good for this unboxing?
I think so. There's a new fish in this unboxing that I'm super excited about. I think you might be too. There's a few other things kind of new to the store, so you know, certainly for the unboxing videos.
Okay. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoy. All right, let's get to unboxing.
Box number Hana.
Hana. Oh, there you go. Oh, by the way, you don't have to wear your mask. You can take it off.
But I took all this time to find it. Everyone liked it. Oh, wait a second. It's better looking.
That's even better. You look like a detective.
I do?
True detective.
From the dusty mesa.
All right, box number one. See if we make this guy fly. Ooh.
Right in this. You planned that, huh?
Go Mariners. All right, what do we got? That was stuffing. I've never seen this before. It was like polyfilter?
What? Oh, so they probably watched our last one like, oh, we got to pack this nice.
Pack that away. All right, what do we got here? Ooh, got some rainbow sharks. So awesome fish. Can be kind of a bit of a showpiece fish for your tank. Close cousin, like your Siamese algae eater, so they will nibble at some algae. Get about, you're looking around 5-6 inches for these guys. Do one, or I would probably do like a school if you're not going to do one. They can be sometimes a little quarrelsome. Great fish though.
Chloe recommends it for a 29-gallon, but I mean, how big do they get?
Well, I was saying like about 5-6 inches. So yeah, I'd say 29 probably a good idea for a minimum tank for these guys. Omnivorous, so I mean they'll eat your bloodworms no problem, but they'll love spirulina flakes and stuff like that.
Okay.
Ooh, what do we got here? Neon Tetras. Good old staple for the shop.
Is it the #1 sold fish still?
Yeah, it's right up there.
Or Cardinals?
Yeah.
Which one
is it? No, Neon Tetra. Tetra. With like a close, fancy guppy right behind it.
Really? Fancy guppies, huh?
Fancy guppies. Well, you got a tank of Skittle colors.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And if you guys haven't seen Dean's all-male guppy tank, I'll show it up right now.
Yeah. Ooh, Paleatus. So we got the what we call salt and pepper corridors. So the Paleatus. Really cloudy bag, so I'm not sure if that's going to come through. Great Corey. I'm kind of surprised these don't sell as well as some stuff as Pandas, because I think they got a nice color to them. They got a little bit of like a emerald kind of sheen to them.
Mm-hmm. Do you think if Petco stopped carrying them or didn't carry them in the first place, they will be more popular because they sell it at Petco and because you can get it rare? I mean,
yeah, that might help a little bit, but then they also sell the Neon Tetra, and that's a popular
that's
fish.
True.
But yeah, I suppose if some of these kind of catfish were just not easily found anywhere, yes, that'd probably be driving the sales a little bit on them. Regardless, great Corridora, can handle some of the cooler water temperatures too. So we have them like for us, they're up with the Neon Tetras. We kind of have them closer to the door. It's a little bit on the colder tank.
Okay. So it's confusing that they call it salt and pepper and the other ones are called salt and pepper.
Yeah, salt and pepper. Yeah, Paleatus Corridora. Ooh, look at that. I don't get why they put the discus in such a small bag. And they double bag it too. That's for safety. Usually money fish, they put two bags for the fish. That's a beautiful looking little red melon, but it's being really shy.
The downside is we can't really see it. Can you turn it this way? There you go.
What we'll probably do is try to get a good B-roll of these guys.
Yep. I'll come back tomorrow and get some shots for you.
Beautiful little fish. I've got a few more coming out.
Being as though we have, the perfect water for discus, do you see a lot more people buying discus?
Yeah, I was so happy to bring them back. We were doing kind of a variety of like goldfish and then big giant clown loaches up there, and I finally got a time where I was able to order some discus, sold like hotcakes. I get a lot of people. It's one of those fish. It's a show-stopping fish. I'd say that with like the German blue ram. Someone walks in the store, say they've never seen fish before. It's one of those two fish they're going to look at.
Okay.
And why not? It's considered like the king of the freshwater tank.
Yeah, yeah.
So with this guy, I've got the nice red melon color. I mean, he's going to color up more as he gets comfortable in the tank. A good food, I would try to get these guys on. Did I put it near me? Let's grab it over here. Fiber bites. Like, we're not going to do some frozen, well, I would do frozen bloodworms, brine shrimp. I try to get them to eat a bunch of different foods. I would try to get them on this one. Mimics a bloodworm.
Yep.
Great for color enhancing as well.
And if they don't take it, you know, the first time around, is there what are your tips on helping?
Well,
with
one,
that?
with a lot of new foods, the fish aren't going for it right away. It's going to take sometimes a few tries. And I see about 80% success rate with this food. You do got to give it a little bit of try for some fish. I might mix this in with bloodworms because it's already kind of mimicking it. That way, they hopefully, as they eat a bloodworm, they nibble on this, like, what's this? And then after a while, they eventually just start eating it. Another thing you could do is sometimes get like a trainer fish. You use these, for example, for like datnoids. Could be like a convict cichlid, something that just pretty much eats anything in the tank. And if they see that other fish eating that food, then they'll know, like, that is something yummy. That guy's eating it. I'm going to eat it too.
Yeah, that's good advice right there.
Yeah.
Fiber bites.
Fiber bites. They do these weird pull things in here.
Oh, back to the pull things.
Oh, that flew. All right, what do we got here? Ooh, we got some blue neon guppies. I think we have this on the last unboxing. We get some more blue in the shop. Again, great guppy. Looks great on top, I think.
Yeah, it looks great on camera too.
Yeah, and then, you know what? You know it's a good looking fish when it looks good coming out of the box.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes about 24, 48 hours for some of these fish to kind of color up.
That's when you know they're like hardy fish, man. Like when they're already colored up.
Reticulated hillstream loaches. Super popular. We put out an article on these guys a few weeks back. Great alternative to a pleco.
Or a stingray.
Or a stingray. So they're going to grow a little bit bigger than this. They can handle a variety of temperatures, but I would say I like to keep them on the cooler end, but we've seen them, you know, being kept in like warmer tanks. Good food for them, you know, canned green beans, like rapashi, spearling, brine shrimp.
So they like the more greener stuff.
Greener stuff. They love to eat that kind of brown diatom algae. So very similar to like your autocinklus. But I don't think they're as picky as the eaters. Autos really just want to eat that brown diatom. These guys will eat other stuff. Bag of noodles here. Coolie loaches.
Oh, some of these are thicker than last time.
Yeah, so I've noticed that they brought in, I don't know. So when we order coolie loaches, we'd see probably 3 or 4 different species kind of coming in a bag. And I think they're finally starting to separate them out because I've noticed that there's different kinds of coolies available. So maybe they'll be a little bit more uniform in these shipments. Gorgeous looking fish.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool.
If you're not going to do a corridora, I would do coolie loaches. These guys are cool. Do more the better. So I honestly think like 5 or 6.
Do you need a lid for these guys? No, huh? Because they all.
Well, yes.
Oh.
So I had a 12-gallon bookshelf and they were springing out of the tank. Somehow.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. There goes my idea.
Yeah. Now it could have been because that tank, the bookshelf tanks are only like that tall. So like maybe with a 20-gallon high.
What's the minimum temperature for them?
Minimum temperature, I might do like mid-70s.
Mid-70s. So let's say, okay, because I have a pond right now.
Okay.
But I have a 300-watt heater in there, but it's only like a 20-gallon pond. And if I put the heater to like 70, do you think they'll survive or overwinter? Just give me your honesty.
I feel like you're going to run into some issues. I feel like you might have a health issue at that 70.
Okay, so I'd rather get like a cold
if
water.
If you were like
corridor.
74 or like even 72, I'd be like, you could probably pull it off.
Okay, so I could probably do a colder water corridor.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. In fact, I think that like salt and pepper would do great, or like the bronze cories.
Well, I'll never see them.
You'll never see them.
For a pond, you'll never see them.
Ooh.
Okay, some live bears here.
Golden leopard platy. These look really awesome on the floor. And I want to say last time I ordered these guys, they got a little bit of a blue sheen. Probably not seeing it right now with the lighting that we have in here. Super underrated fish. I feel like a lot of people should go home with platies and for like mixed kind of community tanks. One, it's a skittle tank of colors. Typically, like when I have them here, I try to have 3 or 4 different color varieties in a tank, and there's more out there. They get along with a lot of fish. I don't think they're too aggressive. And they don't get much bigger than that. So
Yeah, very good fish for a beginner, for
yeah,
sure.
you could do them in 10 gallons. You know, like I think 20s are perfect. You don't need to school them, but I feel like doing 3 is like not a bad combination or a bad number amount for these guys. If you're doing a females with the males, always try to get more females if you can than males. Just because live bearing fish, they just want to reproduce all day.
So my quick question: so let's say we get the blue cobalt ones, and then we have like a Mickey Mouse one, and they breed together. What happens?
You get a blue cobalt Mickey Mouse.
Are you serious?
I mean, that's well. I think I'm forgetting the diagram you learned like in biology, like 101.
Right.
You know, like the little thing there where you got the parents, and it's like a 25% of this, 25% of that.
But it's not like shrimp where it just turns like a wild color.
No. You'll get a mix. Usually, you kind of see like a 50-50, and then maybe like a 40-40 or whatnot, something like that. And you get a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
And if you're wrong, I'll just cut this out of the video.
Totally. Internet destroys me. All right, so we have the gold Wiretail Molly.
Oh yeah, those
I feel like these should be called tangerine.
or mandarin.
Mandarin. That sounds so good right now.
Nice and sweet.
Nice Wiretail. So these are freshwater mollies. This vendor sells freshwater.
But that doesn't mean you can't put them in salt.
No, you can still acclimate them. Don't drop them right in salt water.
Yeah.
Some people say that's true. Not true. Yeah, you do like a slow drip acclimation for these kind of guys if you're trying to get them to go marine, or certainly brackish.
Okay.
Great fish, just like the platy. You know, you could do 1. I'd say 3. It's like a pretty good number. Also more if you wanted to. Now these guys, I wouldn't do a 10 gallon. I'd probably do like a 20 gallon.
Yeah, for sure.
A little bit bigger fish. A little bit bigger fish. They're gonna grow bigger, a little bigger than that. All right, we got the red platies. So those are gonna look really nice on the floor.
Remember we used to have like the balloon version of these guys?
I think we still have a few of the teacups, like same color, just a teacup variety of these guys. Great fish. And when I throw these guys to quarantine, I like to give them an extra dose of that Periclins medicine in there, just because live is kind of notorious for having some worms. So I try to give them 2 rounds of that stuff. Ooh, okay, here we go. Some red lizard whiptails.
Oh, well, whiptails. I thought it was the secret fish that we have playing.
Nope. Similar name though. Got one is DOA. Oh no. Cool fish though. Doesn't get much, not a whole lot bigger than that.
What are their temperatures?
I'd say tropical. So yeah, not for your pond. I would probably do these guys like 78.
Okay. How big do they get?
I want to say off my head, they'll hit around, I want to say 5 inches. I could be wrong on that, but I want to say they don't get a whole lot bigger than that size.
Okay.
Pretty peaceful. Like we'll do these guys like in the shrimp tanks. Got a little black ghost knife. So he'd be one I might try to get on those viber bites. Typically they want to eat a lot of bloodworms. Might get them to eat brine shrimp, maybe mysis shrimp. But I'll definitely try to get him onto viber bites, maybe even sinking carnivore pellets. Usually with the knife fish, these guys are pretty intelligent. You could kind of train them to do stuff. So super smart fish. They use electro sensing. In fact, if I'm thinking correctly, I want to say they're a close cousin of the electric eel.
Pretty cool looking.
Cool fish, get about 18 inches though, so you want to have that big tank.
Yeah, I've seen them pretty big.
I think we got one more for this box. Pretty good box, I say.
Yep.
Ooh, something like I want to go home with. Inlet Cheery.
Of course.
Polypterus. Or
Because it
Bashir.
looks like so much like a reptile.
It's a dinosaur.
Yep.
I always kind of think of these like, think of like a fish alligator. Little baby. So he's going to grow about 2 feet. I would do bloodworms. You could do like earthworms, night crawlers, viber bites, sinking carnivore, and then massivore once they get bigger for these guys.
Is that a species only tank kind of guy, or?
Well, you do like larger fish, so
Yeah.
you could probably do them with something like that black ghost knife when they're full grown. You can do them with I think Congo Tetras might be
Arowana?
arowanas, you definitely see these guys with arowanas,
Yeah.
datnoids, stingrays, procolotus, bigger catfish. They will fit whatever they can in their mouth, and you will be surprised how big a fish they could fit down that mouth too. So.
Just like the gulper catfishes.
I don't have my normal blade. How do I use this thing?
I know. They took away all our knives.
I can't cut myself.
You're just bad at cutting boxes on camera.
Shut up. Man, this thing's kind of cool.
What's that, Robert?
Oh, my hands are a little wet. I might dry them off with a towel. New Aquarium Co-op towel.
Yeah, we just got them in. We want to show you guys how big these towels are. So let's show them.
Yeah, that's a good sized towel.
Yep.
We call it like a golf towel.
How tall are you?
I'm 6 foot.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a pretty big towel.
It's like half of me.
I love it. I love it.
Double embroidery. Embroidery?
Yeah, embroidery. Yep.
Yeah.
Costs us more to do the double, but hey, it's worth it.
I should have this as like for my new house, like the dinner set. Like that sits there in my plate right here.
With that t-shirt on.
With that t-shirt on. Don't knock the polos.
I'm not. I want one.
All right, box number 2. What do we got? What do we got? Ooh, Congo Tetras. These are the males. If you want to have a little bit different fish for your tank, and I would do 29 gallons up, probably like a 55 for these guys. Get yourself a school of them, like 6 or 7. That is a showpiece fish for a tank.
That is.
You don't have to have the angelfish. This is your showpiece fish. This fish is going to get some comments on it.
They all, yeah, because they swim right directly center. Mm-hmm. And they got the long fins. They got the little teeth.
And they get gorgeous as they get bigger and more used to your aquarium. The fins get huge on the males. Females, so if you're curious, they are sexually dimorphic. The females don't have quite the big fin.
Okay. Yeah, look at the
Great
light
fish.
shine reflect off them. So imagine if you guys were putting a window onto your tank. Mm-hmm. The sun always makes your fish look better,
Yeah,
but then it also gives
natural light, get that rainbow color. So we said tetra and we said Congo. So they do come from the Congo River. There are tetras in Africa. They are going to cost you some money. I mean, you're probably looking at in your pet shops like $13 to $17 or so a piece for these males. So they are going to be on the pricey side.
Ooh, ouch.
Females are going to be a lot cheaper. And if it were probably a younger male, probably a little cheaper.
Ouch.
But yeah, they're not the cheapest fish out there. I don't know if it's because like people aren't as breeding them as well, or whatnot. Ooh, look at this little hate machine. Is he? He got out of his little
Oh no!
his Hannibal Lecter cage. So
There's a bag within a bag, and he got out of the.
well,
bag inside.
and there you can see right here. There's a cup here with some holes,
Oh,
and he
okay.
got out of the cup. Probably the lid probably popped off.
Oh.
So why do they cage them in here in a bag? It's because these fish are pretty darn aggressive, and they will bite out of the bag. I've actually had that happen when I was pretty new here. I bagged one up. We're gonna get him out there on the floor so he has a little bit better swimming space. Mm-hmm. They'll shotgun right through a bag.
Wow.
So anyway, these guys will get about 6 inches. This is a wet pet, so this would be like one fish for your 29-gallon tank.
And then your friend comes over, and be like, "You want to see something cool?" And then
This guy,
you feed
yeah,
it.
he'll eat pretty much everything we've unboxed so far. Well, I'm gonna throw a mask on. Let's go get this guy next door.
Okay, yeah. There goes my hero.
I guess I should need a cape with this. Got the mask covering the face.
I know. Never seen you and Batman in the same place, so you know.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah, you hit 2 birds with 1 stone, so I don't think you'll really need to worry about that.
He got out of the
Yeah, he
cage.
got out of it.
Oh my god.
That seems pretty cool.
Dude, they're pretty cool.
So some of these kind of puffers, they'll bury in the sand. But I find with a lot of these guys, they like to hide underneath like a little cave. So you might want to get yourself like a little coconut hut. They'll kind of perch under there and they kind of wait and ambush fish as they come by.
Pretty cool.
I don't want to overload the tank.
All right, my identity doesn't have to be secret anymore. Okay, well hopefully we don't have to do that again.
Did you order 2?
No, just one.
Okay.
Long fin, blue-eyed bristlenose. Sold out of that last batch that
Oh,
we
you
brought
did?
in.
I was about to ask that.
Yep, they are popular. This one's a little bit bigger group. Good looking fish.
I mean, every breeding fish room should have these guys. If not the blue eyes, then the regular
I think it's not a
The
bad
super
one. I
reds.
think you could definitely make some money if you're doing any kind of fish for
Yeah.
profit. They're pretty popular. So if they're popular here, they're probably popular in your area too. Sunset honey Grammy. This is another one I'd like to see some people kind of work with more. We got a few people in there that breed them.
front more. There you go.
These move so well. Sunset honey Grammy. My experience, I don't think there's like a bad bone in this fish.
They're
Do-
just so peaceful.
You can do them in a 10 gallon, you can do them in a big tank, like they even look cool in a 75 gallon. You can do groups of them.
Yeah,
You can do one of them.
And they have colors where you desired.
Mm-hmm.
You desire in a fish.
Yeah, you get the male when he's fully sexually mature. It is a beautiful fish.
If you don't have a big tank, that could be your centerpiece for sure.
All right, we got the Farwalla vitata, sometimes known as a twig catfish.
Are these green ones or just the red?
These are the regular ones. So
regular
these guys are going to be, I want to say like 8 inches full grown. It's like a giant twig. It's kind of like the twig insect of the catfish world.
What do they eat?
Lot like an autosynclus, a brown diatom. You know, they'll eat some kind of, I'd say a little bit of the green kind of spot algae, but they kind of like that soft algae.
I like how he's out of the water and he's still not releasing.
Yeah. You can almost sometimes like just hand pick these guys out in the aquarium too. So be very careful when you are netting these kind of guys. Their noses can get stuck in certain nets. What we got here? Oh, look at that.
Pistos?
Beautiful bag.
Hawaiian
Pisto
punch.
Agassiz Fire Red. Talk about showpiece fish. I don't know if you can get much more showier than that.
Yeah, I have a
Get
thing
out.
for a soft spot for a pistos for sure.
About 3 inches. Now, I get a lot of people wanting to do pairs of these. My experience, sometimes they could be little hellions when they're trying to breed.
Oh, okay.
So my experience is I'd probably just do one. I'd probably just get a male if you can.
Okay.
Which is going to be typically what's available in most shops because the males are like the really good looking ones.
And you want like kind of, they prefer brown water, right?
Yeah, they do
Water.
better in the softer water. So if you're using like our catappa leaves, or any kind of wood in that tank, that will kind of help. That being said, our area water is pretty soft. It's not necessarily needed. But if
And
you
we
fe-
sell the caves for them, the
Yeah.
specific caves.
sell the
Do you know what they
caves,
are?
which I have here. They like to kind of cram themselves in tight little
Yeah,
spots.
it's super small.
So when you buy it online, it comes in a nice little box right here to kind of make sure it doesn't get crushed.
Also, the holes are a little bit bigger than before.
Yeah.
I remember them being a little bit smaller, the one the picture I
Yeah.
took, but that one is a lot bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, nice brown.
Good
You could
size.
also do the coconut hut too if you wanted.
Yeah,
So
right there.
yeah, the coconut hut, another good one right there. You can do them for this.
That's way more natural.
Way more natural, and I like the coconut hut probably between the two. This looks natural. Plus, if you're doing like crebensis, or if you're like me, you're always gonna get new fish.
Do they break down by any chance?
A long
takes a
time.
long
I think
time.
it takes a long time,
Okay.
and maybe that help with like a royal pleco.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen one break down in a while. They'll get covered up in algae and things like that. So
It looks pretty cool when it gets covered up in algae. Too.
yeah, I like, and it kind of gives a little bit of a natural look
Yeah.
to the tank. What we got here? A little small bag. Ooh, the Froggies. Classic hit with any child.
Can I put those in a pond? No, those are from Africa, right?
Yeah, from Africa.
Okay.
So if I was reading correctly, a little just information, they don't like going into tanks that are like taller than 18 inches. It kind of gets a little hard for them to kind of come up and breathe. I think they go great with bettas. They eat very similar food to the bettas. So if you're doing like bloodworms for your guys, those guys will help kind of clean up bloodworms that kind of get to the bottom of the tank.
Okay.
'Cause sometimes bettas can be a little lazy, not clean up after themselves.
I love fish with jobs.
Bolivian rams.
Oh yeah.
I like
Wow,
these guys.
look good.
I like these better than German blues. I'm crazy. The internet's going to tear me up on that one.
No, they're not.
When these guys are
There's a
fully
good argument with that.
established in a tank, in a planted tank, I think this fish gives a run for the money. Get beautiful trailers, got those pinkish tones, a little bit of some gold in there. So you don't want to do these guys hot. This would be a cool water fish. So you're talking 74, 76 is perfect for these guys. You could do them in a 20-gallon tank.
I occasionally see them sift through sand too.
Well, I want to say they are a close cousin of the Geophagus.
Earth eater?
Yeah, if I'm correct on that one. It could
Okay.
be. Don't fully quote me on that, but I want to say they
Or
are.
not. That's it for
That's
box
it
number
for the
2.
little short box. it up. All right, what do we got? What magic mysteries do we have in here?
Hopefully the loach.
Haha, nice. Shot back there. Take that, Corey. We got the glow light Tetras. Getting a little low on the floor. Needed to beef up my numbers. Great fish.
I wish they called it something else.
Yeah,
I always think of glowfish.
Yes, yeah. I think that's my one knock. That's my only real knock on these guys.
And it's not their problem.
No. A lot of people like to ask in the shop, are they artificially colored? No, they're not. That's their natural color. It basically has that red laser line going through them. You're probably not going to see it right now. They're scared.
I wonder what the evolutionary process was to
I
give
think-
them
I
a
think
red
it's-
line in the.
Well, I think it's see-through like tannic water. You see a lot of those fish like bioluminescence kind of going on.
Oh yeah.
Great fish. Basically handle a variety of parameters. I mean, for any newbie kind of coming in there, the aquarium hobby, it's a great fish to go with. I think in Corey's world, I think it's like a top 3 kind of beginner tetra. I would agree with it. You can definitely take a hammer to him. All right, here's your pond fish, buddy.
Oh,
Gold white cloud.
I know.
Awesome fish. Another one, a little bit underrated fish out there, the white cloud line. You get the males kind of fighting for a female, and they get an awesome looking, fin display.
Easy to breed.
Easy to breed. It's kind of one of those fish, like it breeds in your tank and you don't even know what's going on. It's going to come in there one day and you're like, what are these little pinheads sticking on the side of my tank?
What is that?
False Julie.
Oh.
Julietta. So what is this black stuff in here? That is carbon. For some Corridoras, I see it in there. I believe they release some toxins in the water. That way they ship a little bit better.
So I spoke to a guy that studies these in
Sacramento or Stockton, and he says it comes out of their armpit
Out of the armpit. Okay.
or their tail pit. I mean, they're their fin pits.
Fin pits? Interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
So it's just killer BO then?
that is pretty funny.
All right. Pisto Panduro. So I've been falling in love with these guys.
Me too, but too bad they won't show up for us today.
I think I got some still on the floor. See if we can get the color of that
Okay.
tail fin.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I love fish when they have, it's not flashy, but just that right touch of color in the right area. And I think the tails on these fish are amazing in my opinion.
With the black stripe.
Yeah, back and then like the little red piping on there.
Yeah.
And it's what I call like a paintbrush look to it.
Yeah, I like that. Is that the one with the markings on the eyeball? With
It could be. I think I got maybe a lot of females next door, but I think and for a female pisto, it's a good looking fish.
Okay, I'm promise I'm gonna take some pictures today.
All right. Cardinal Tetras, wild. I know I got a lot in here. Just doing an order for somebody to get some bunch and bulk. Another staple for the
There's
shop.
probably 200, isn't there?
There is. Another cardinal. Got 50 to a bag. Great fish. I think like pairing these two up would be great. They both like warm water. I think that'd be a beautiful tank in my opinion. Got some more of those annoying electrical piping. Not jokes. They only match my shirt. Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
Raphael.
Raphael? Yeah, I like them too. Got those like the little short.
Yeah, the size.
Yeah.
Why? Why? Who do you like?
Well, I was gonna say him, but I also liked is it Donatello? I think
Yeah,
All
you
right.
can like Donatello.
Diamond.
My guys.
Yes, your fish, the Diamond Head Neons.
So if these guys could tolerate colder water, they'll be great for a pond, but they can't because, I mean, they're Tetras. The reason why I like them for a pond, if you had a warm pond, is because from the top view,
They show.
they show.
There's a
And
fish-
do they show?
Yeah, and this is the fish we would have like on a bottom floor in the shop.
Yeah.
They kind of sparkle a little
Which is
extra for
weird.
you.
You don't usually put the Tetras on the bottom.
No, they're usually typically like mid and
Yeah.
upper, depending on the type. And so the fish actually looks better on the bottom. Same with like the green neon tetras, the other one too.
Yeah, love these guys.
So basically, just a color variation on the neon tetra.
Yep, with like little sparkles on their head.
Yeah.
That's all.
Ooh, we got a discus, cobalt discus.
Just a regular old discus.
So these will get a nice, beautiful blue once they get full, big dinner size plate size.
Corey's eaten them before.
Has he? He ate a discus?
In Peru, yeah.
He did? I knew that. I knew they ate like the catfish. Norman Lampi Keeley. Probably can't get that on camera. So what's cool?
Bob wants these so bad.
What's cool with these fish that the eyes basically look like a lamp. They like light up blue.
You can see them from across the room.
Yes. The other fish looks good in natural light.
Bring it closer to here. There you go.
Great one for like your shrimp tanks or nano tanks.
Hmm.
Oh, I see the fish. I see this. We're gonna leave that one for last. The one I was kind of excited for this week.
Me too. What do you have here?
Exclamation point rasbora.
You said that like you're so sure.
Well, because it's in Latin name, and I'm like, oh man, I think it's this one. I think it's this one. I think I ordered that. So I'm in love
we
with
get these
fish.
mixed up with the pygmy spotted and the.
So we have this in our little display betta tank and shop.
Mm-hmm. I showed it last time.
Gorgeous fish. I like these for. I think if I'm going to do a nano tank, I'm going to do these guys.
Look pretty cool.
Good food for these guys. Frozen cyclops, Daphnia. So if you're looking for some food to throw at them,
Yeah.
if we're doing some dry food, I'm probably gonna throw in like 2 here. I would say I'd probably give these 2 a try. The Extreme Nano and the freeze
I
dried.
love this food.
This is
I
a
love
favorite.
that
I
food.
feed this a lot in the shop too. And freeze dried Daphnia.
Okay.
If you can't get the frozen stuff, if you're in an area, say you're like in the middle of nowhere.
Do you have a tip on feeding this? Like, you know how a beta, if you put a little chunk in, they'll eat it whole and it's dried, like mostly on the inside?
You could do soak it a little bit before you put it in
that's
there.
what I was hoping you'd say and tell
Yeah,
people.
I just do like in like a little cup, like a little shot glass. Throw your food in there, kind of swirl it around, let it soak for like a minute, and then throw it in your tank.
Because some fish can be pretty bloated if they eat it dry.
Like bettas, which get like a little gorge happy.
Yeah.
Not good
like
for
me.
them.
Like us.
All right, we got Luminatus Rainbow. So the red neon rainbow,
Oh, my
or neon
goodness.
red rainbow.
My babies. Here.
Beautiful fish. That is probably one of my favorite rainbows that we have in the shop. Get the little pom pom
Easily.
fins on the males. Reds.
It takes a while for them to color up. But
Yeah, I got a few in there. Let's see if we probably get some B-roll of those
Okay.
guys. Great fish. I would say, what tank would you? I almost want to say do a 20 long for these guys
20 long with a lid.
with a lid. Yep.
Every rainbow.
Rainbows are like little missiles.
Actually, my last 48 gallon, I didn't have a lid, but I left this much water, like with this
Just
much
a big
open
old space gap.
Yeah, so they didn't jump out.
Red snakeskin guppy. That's a gorgeous looking fish.
Yeah, look at all those males.
That's a seller. Wow. That's the kind of fish that'll be gone all during the weekend. People want guppies. That's a fish they go to. That tail's awesome. All right, so this is the fish I've been excited for.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's the cool water fish.
Cool water?
Cooler water. Wow. That red lizard loach.
Let's get him closer to this side. There you go.
I want to say, if I remember off my head, I read about fish like all week. I want to say 3.5, maybe 4 inches in size for these guys.
They look exactly like a clown loach.
Yeah. They look a little bit darker. I love that pattern.
That pattern looks like a snake.
Like a reticulated hillstream loach, they do eat a lot of biofilm and algae.
Wow.
Captivity, I want to say they go a little bit more omnivorous. You want to keep these guys on the cooler side.
What's their temperament like?
I would say, like, I know with some of these riverine loaches, you might not want to pair them with like guppies. They might just nip at those tails. So anything fast kind of moving, like your faster cyprinids, danios would be fine with these guys. But I do find with some of those fish, they could be a little territorial on their area. But that's something I kind of find out in the shop. Like, after working with them for a few days, kind of get an idea. I like to watch these fish as they're in their store, see how they kind of act.
It was pretty rad, man.
Yeah. Now that's a fish. You're going to want to probably throw a little air stone in there. Pump the oxygen. So when you're doing these kind of riverine fish, get one of these guys in there, throw in the back, get that on full blast. Just gets a little bit more oxygen in the tank.
Speaking of air products, let's show them some air products.
We got some new stuff just came in this week. So I'll bring it over here. So we got more of the Airline Tubing.
Yep, very
Think around
popular.
25 foot. A lot of people like it. It's black.
It's matte black.
Matte black? Okay, matte black.
baby. Oh my goodness.
I like the feel of it too.
The feel of it is my favorite, absolute favorite part. Like, I've
get
gone
it.
through so many lines and
5 extra feet too for like killer price. But
Yeah.
the one I was excited about, you're doing your fish room. Get the cable spool
look at
here.
that.
300 feet. I think it's $44.99.
Uh-huh.
So you're doing your fish rooms. You finally got the airline tubing to back it up for you guys.
How do you like our package?
I like it.
I did it.
You designed it.
Yeah, I did that one too.
Yeah.
I do
Nice.
all of them.
Yeah, I know that guy.
You know that guy? Oh, yeah, your coworker.
My coworker. He eats a bunch of clams every week. All
You
right.
have to feed your coworker.
That's it for this
That's
one.
it? Oh, that was a good box. That was an excellent box.
I almost kind of wish that was the last. We got one more box.
Oh yeah, it's over there. I just want to take a second and show you guys. Corey bought the Warehouse Crew NBA Jam. 4 players.
Warehouse retail crew.
Oh, Retail Crew.
Retail.
I'm sorry.
Retail.
Warehouse has the pinball
They
machine.
had the ping pong machine.
I think this is way cooler. I'm just saying, I love NBA Jam.
I come here to work a little early just to smash a game out.
I still hold the championship crown, but we only played one game.
One
and
game.
Lost
No
by
fair.
a buzzer beater.
Buzzer beater. The ball is in the hand, about to come out.
Yep.
Well, we got assorted female guppies. A little boring. Not seeing too much color on this one. That's just kind of a gamble anytime when I order them, like what comes in. You know, we mentioned it before. Have really no control on the females when I'm ordering,
Yeah.
for the most part. So when you're doing your guppies, if you are keeping your ladies with the guys in there, try to do 2-to-1. Flick some water out. All
2
right.
females to 1 male.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
And someone's gonna say that online. All right, this is one Jamie was kind of excited about.
Oh, yes.
So I found this little hidden gem a few weeks back. Black Tiger Daria.
And these are different from the Royal, right?
Yes, or it's basically like a Scarlet Bodice, just with a black head.
Yeah, you can't really see them right now.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
but yeah, there's a few still in shop.
Okay, I'll try to get them
Good
today.
color. A lot of people who are looking for those little bodices, they're stopping in front of the tank for these ones.
I changed my mind.
Some more Cardinals. We had like 200 in this order. Ooh, here you go. This fish I might not do some of the smaller guys. These have been popular. Corey's gonna kill me for bringing them in, but I've been bringing them in for a few times now. They got the zigzag eels.
Why is
Look
he going to
about
kill you for bringing them in?
I don't think he's big on the eels.
Okay.
No, I'm not bringing in the big boys. These are the little guys.
Okay.
They'll stay around 6 to 8 inches for these. Bear in mind, with the spiny eels, they will fit what can fit in their mouth. So I would do larger tetras. Barbs would be fine too. Great guy. Very cute. You could sometimes get them eat out of your hand. They love to go for that frozen bloodworms. These are ones I'd probably try like the Viber Bites on, maybe some king carnivore pellets. Mainly they like a lot of frozen food, in my experience. They'll bury down in sand. They're super cute. A lot of people have them. This is kind of like a clown for their tank a little bit.
I'm kind of traumatized by eels torching in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Like I would stick my net and then it bit the net and I felt the whole force of it just go
Oh.
through the whole thing. And they could rip off your skin. Those moray
Yeah.
eels?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you know which one it was? Was it like?
No, I don't. I'd rather.
Well, there's two types. You get like the fang tooth, and you get the
Uh-huh.
pebble tooth ones. So the pebble tooth would be like your snowflake eel. They're built to like crush crabs
Oh, okay.
and snails, and then like your fang tooth would be like the Hawaiian dragon moray. That's like the holy fish for saltwater tanks.
Oh, it's probably, I don't
And
know.
those teeth are meant to like snag fish.
Wow.
So it's more Cardinal Tetras. So we're talking about eels, not a true eel. This is actually this is just a fish. They have pectoral fins.
Yeah.
So.
Just like a rope fish, right?
Yeah. Yep. True eels don't have pectoral fins, and they gotta like constantly breathe, like push water through those like gill, I guess you'd call it. That's why their mouth's always open. They're not pissed. They just gotta breathe. Got some cool bettas, I think, in here.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
they didn't
one's
mark
pretty
it. So we got a koi. Got a black samurai.
Black Samurais cost a pretty penny, man.
Yeah. It's a nice koi. I like the blue on the kois. That's kind of a... What am I looking for? Oh, here you go, Jimmy. Here's a Thai flag.
Are these popular around here?
Not as much as I think they should be.
Yeah, these are rad. Look at that.
A nice little koi. It's got a few other black Thai flags and the samurai.
Yeah, the samurais are really neat.
Mm-hmm.
Samurai pizza cat. Look at that. I'm gonna name him Tom Cruise.
That's a good movie.
This is the last one, right?
Last one.
So in our last unboxing, someone wanted to see Murphy. So can we show them Murphy in this video?
We can show Murphy in this video.
Okay.
Thanks. We got black neons. Very, I'd say comparable to like your glow light tetra. Another great fish to kind of go home with for someone who's never kept fish before. Can go pretty much any community tank. Super hardy.
Super hardy.
You can get a nice size. They're not too small, but not too big, in my opinion. Ooh, got a bag of auto sinkless. Seeing some poop. That's good. Good food for these guys. I would do some Soylent Green. This is what I make up once a week here in the shop.
And you cook it up here in the shop?
Cook it up here in the shop. Microwave some water for about 2 minutes. You don't have to use the stove. So I do like your typical coffee cup, 8 ounce. Fill it up with water, nuke it for about 2 minutes. If you have a pretty good microwave.
Does it leave a smell in the microwave?
No, I'm heating up the water, and then I put the food in like a little plastic container, and I do the 1 part powder to 2. I do about 3 parts of water to 1 part powder.
Okay.
That's what
and
I
most
do.
fish will take it, right?
Most fish take it. So I mix this with like a little bit of Community Plus in there, so that way everybody in the shop eats it. Mm-hmm. That's what I do for the autos for these guys.
And Rapashi has a good...
Great food, great food.
Yeah, great
Don't
food.
throw too much in your tank. It can be a little messy. It's my only knock against it. L106, orange seam pleco. Doesn't get too big. I want to say
Orange seam?
4 inches, I think.
Let me see.
Once he kind of calms down, he'll get a nice like little orange line on his fin.
I'll try to get B-roll. Plecos are pretty hard.
Some more black neons. Rounds out. Ordered 50 of them. All right, which one should I do? I got 2 bags left. Well, you know what? Let's do that. Corridor Elegans, the Elegant Cory. I like these guys. I don't understand why these aren't selling as popular on the shop compared to like the
What are they
false
called?
tubing.
Elegans?
Or Elegant Cory.
Yeah.
I think we sell it as in shop as Elegance Cory. These guys look cool. I got a few big boys on the floor still. I like them. I want to bring some more in. I think it's a cool fish. Kind of has a bit of the Aspidoris Cory kind of face to him.
Without the price?
Without the price. These guys are pretty cheap for a Cory out there. Get a decent size, like my big guys out there on the floor, you know, about that big, chunky little monkeys. Seem to be pretty hardy. Some Corys I find to be like a little bit more touchy on the water conditions. These guys seem to handle it pretty well. They got a nice little red. All right, so zebra loaches. I haven't had these in the shop for a while. COVID's making certain things kind of hard to get a hold of. So let's say what they're like 3.5 inches, I think, on size for these guys. Great snail killer. So if you're kind of thinking about going corridors, a loach, if you're going to go the loach route and you didn't want to do the coolies, I might give these guys a whirl. Not too aggressive. I would probably not pair them with like a guppy because a lot of those guppy tails are just tempting targets for
It
these
looks
guys.
like they have lipstick on.
Yeah, they got like a little red up in front of the face.
That's kind of cute.
The zebra loaches. Why are they called zebras? They got stripes. So aside from eating snails, frozen bloodworms, brine shrimp is a good one. We do like cyclops too in the shop.
All right.
A lot of the foods we mentioned, you know, like viber bites, sinking carnivore, krill flakes, things like that. They'll go for.
All right. And that is our unboxing. Let's go visit Murphy and wrap it up. All right. Look at him in all his glory.
Murphy, store mascot. So there's that kind of goofy looking puffer you see on the hats and on the logos of everything. So when you see that guy, that's the Aquarium Co-op. This is our wet pet.
Anything new that has like changed with him in the last year or so?
Besides getting bigger.
Besides getting bigger?
So I had to up his clams. So we used to use these clams on half shell. He was eating them too easily. He was almost swallowing them. So I've now had to go buy clams from a grocery store.
Okay.
Like clams, like you literally have to take a ham or two, and that's what he works through.
Yeah, I've noticed he's gone through whole clams now
Yeah,
instead
you
of.
can kind of see these thicker guys in there. I've even occasionally thrown an oyster in there for him. He gets a little angry because he has to work for his food.
Okay.
I would feed him, but I know Corey's coming in later to do some filming. So,
wait for the whole fish store tour. Go watch that if you want to see his feeding.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Thanks for watching. Tie game with 9 seconds remaining. 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh! And he steals it! Overtime! Oh my God. Corey takes the lead. Oh no! Oh no! 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 It's over! It's over! Oh, so bad this game. He did come back from like a 20-point deficit.